On October 21st, 2025, Cubicle 7 revealed that a new edition of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay is coming in 2026, marking the 40th anniversary of the game. How should we, as fans, feel about that? Let's dig in. Welcome to the Temple of Verena. I'm Brother Clavius, Keeper of Knowledge, Servant of Truth, and this channel is devoted to the wonderful, woeful world of WFRP. Cubicle 7, the current stewards of the license, have announced what will be the 5th official edition since 1986. CEO Dominic McDowell describes it as an evolution, not a revolution of 4th edition. Backwards compatible, meaning your 4th E library won't turn to dust overnight. What likely stays the same? If this new edition truly is an evolution rather than a reinvention, we can expect the D100 core mechanic and the familiar stat line of characters to remain largely intact. Perhaps there will be refinements and new options, but it seems clear that the fundamental identity of the system will endure. Why tone matters. Earlier in 2025, Cubicle 7 released the Old World role-playing game, a brighter, more heroic, and rules-light take on the Warhammer setting, set centuries before Karl Franz. It would be strange for Wuthrup to follow the same tone. The soul of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay has always been something else entirely. Gritty survival, corruption, and conspiracy, where heroism is rare and often accidental. The best Wuthrup games feel like a blend of horror fantasy, black humor, and satire. With the Old World now covering the heroic corner of the Warhammer universe, it would make sense for WFRP 5e to lean harder into its own grim and grounded identity. Pain points 5e could address. That said, the current 4th edition, while rich and detailed, is not without its flaws. Many fans have voiced concerns about its complexity, which can feel excessive at the table. There are a lot of modifiers and sub-rules to keep track of, and while digital tools or virtual tabletops handle these nicely, in-person play can sometimes bog down under all the arithmetic. The advantage system, though clever in concept, often becomes a chore to manage in large combats. Magic is another area where many players would welcome revision. With multiple overlapping rule updates and errata scattered across supplements, it can be confusing to know which version to use. Finally, the editing and layout of the 4E core rulebook has drawn criticism. It's full of wonderful ideas, but sometimes those ideas are buried in long, dense paragraphs that make rules difficult to find mid-session. A visual and structural overhaul could go a long way toward improving accessibility. Why now? Some fans may be surprised by the announcement of a new edition, but in truth, it's entirely predictable. Most major game lines receive a new edition every 5 to 10 years, and WFRP 4th edition was released back in 2018, 8 years before 2026. Add to that the milestone of the 40th anniversary, and the timing seems almost inevitable. This isn't a sign of failure, but rather of the game's continuing vitality. Keep calm and keep your books. Importantly, no one is coming to confiscate your shelves. Players will continue to enjoy older editions for as long as they please. And since Cubicle 7 promises backwards compatibility, this new edition feels additive rather than reductive. We're not losing content, we're gaining more. Fans will be able to expand their existing collections rather than replace them. But what about new sourcebooks? It's also worth addressing the concern that a new edition might divert attention from fresh source material. Many would love to see new books exploring chaos, religion, and the wider world, settings like Cathay, Araby, or Kislev, and perhaps expanded player options for halflings and wood elves. There's no indication that these plans are being abandoned. In fact, Cubicle 7 has hinted at precisely such releases. If 5e truly remains compatible with 4e, then these supplements can appear before or after the new core book without issue. Where I land, for now. Personally, I'm cautiously excited. If done right, this could be a great thing for both the game and its community. The key words are, if done right. As servants of Verena, we must favor truth over wishful thinking, and at this stage, we simply don't have enough data to judge what the final product will look like. The Temple of Verena will continue to observe developments closely in the months ahead. Let us know in the comments. Is your glass half full or half empty? Are you excited, wary, or disappointed, and why? Thoughtful discussion is encouraged. Save the emotional outbursts for the clerics of More. Thank you for listening. Until next time, may truth prevail.